Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video I'm going to talk about Facebook's ad campaign objectives. So Facebook currently have 13 different objectives that you need to choose when you create a new campaign. It's really important that you choose the right one, because if you don't, you won't get the results that you're after, and the results can be very different depending on which objective you choose. And there's no sort of one objective fits all scenarios. There are different ones you want to use in different scenarios. So I'm going to quickly go through the 13 options, explain what each one is, and when you might want to use it. So what you can see right now in front of you is my Facebook ad account. I'm in Ads Manager, so just navigate here. Then if you go across and just create a new campaign quickly, select that create button, and that'll bring up this sort of quick creation window. And if you select here campaign objective, that's what we're talking about in this video. And then we've got the 13 different options here. I'm going to go through each one. So just before I do that, there are 3 levels: awareness, consideration, and conversion. And the idea is that each level represents prospects or is designed for prospects at different stages of the customer journey. So you start off with awareness, then you might have consideration, and then you might have conversion down the bottom. It's not quite as simple as that, as I'll explain. So the first one, brand awareness. So with the brand awareness objective, if you select that, Facebook is going to serve your ads to people that are most likely to recall your ads. And they calculate that primarily using linger time. So how long does someone spend actually looking at your ad? The people that they think are most likely to spend more time looking at your ad is who they're going to serve your ads to if you select the brand awareness objective. So when would you want to use this? If you want more brand awareness. So what I'll often do with our clients is I'll dedicate, let's say, 10 to 20% of the total ad budget, and I will dedicate that to brand awareness campaigns that will target the same audiences that we're targeting with, let's say, conversion campaigns or traffic campaigns, but that'll just be like pieces of content that are just trying to, as it sounds, increase brand awareness. You'll see that a lot of these objectives, they basically describe what they do, and you just want to select the one that best describes what you're after. Okay, reach is slightly different. So with the reach objective, Facebook will put your ads in front of as many people as possible within, obviously, your target audience and within your budget. So you might find that your CPMs, your cost per 1,000 impressions with reach, is much lower than other objectives. So you might see something like a $3 or $4 CPM with reach, whereas you might be at a $20 CPM with conversions. That's because with something like the conversions objective, Facebook's probably going to identify the people that are most likely to convert. They're going to serve your ads to perhaps maybe as low as 5-10% of your target audience, depending on how big it is. Whereas with reach, they're going to try and put it in front of as many people as possible. So I use this objective when I'm advertising local businesses, because obviously their audiences are quite small. I often use it when I'm retargeting and it's small audiences, and I want to make sure that as many people as possible see my ad. So small audiences, I use reach quite a lot. Traffic, this one's fairly obvious. With this campaign objective, Facebook will get you as many link clicks as possible. So I use this a lot if I'm advertising blog posts or guides or articles, something like that. If you want people to take an action once they click through to your website, so let's say buy something or become a lead, then you're better off using the conversions objective. But if you just want someone to get somewhere, want your prospects to get somewhere, like you would with a blog post, go ahead and use traffic. App installs is fairly self-explanatory. So if you have a mobile or desktop app and you want to get as many installs as possible, go ahead and select that one. Works very, very well. I've worked with companies before, app-based companies, that have tried using, conversions objective and other types of objective for app installs. If you want app installs, just go ahead and select that one. Video views. So if you're advertising, you're advertising using a video, and you want as many people as possible to watch that video, that's your objective, then go ahead and select this. Again, if you want people to watch that video and then take a further action, like perhaps become a lead or convert, then you probably want to select one of the other objectives. Really think through, what do I actually want ultimately? But if you've got a video and you just want as many people as possible to see this video, go ahead and select video views. Lead generation. So this is what the objective you select if you want to use Facebook's lead ads. Lead ads are slightly different to regular ads. Instead of sending someone to a website or something like that, when someone clicks on sign up or learn more, whatever call to action button you have, they will be presented with a lead form inside of Facebook where they can give their phone number, email address, name, any other details that you require. Click submit, send that information to you, and then you can follow up with those people. So it basically skips a step. People don't need to come through to a company's website to use the lead generation objective. So these are great for service-based companies. We use them all the time. Your cost per lead is likely to be much, much less with lead generation campaigns than it is with, say, a conversions campaign where you're sending people to your website and asking for them to become a lead there instead. The the sort of downside to lead generation campaigns is sometimes the quality isn't quite as good because people aren't as invested. They haven't come through to your website, looked at your products and services, etc. They've just clicked a couple of buttons, sent their details, and gone away. But if you're a service-based business and you've got a pretty good opening offer like a free consultation or something along those lines, then you want to go ahead and use that campaign objective. Post engagement. So with post engagement, you're going to get as many likes, shares, comments as possible. That's what engagement stands for. So what I will often use this objective for is, let's say I've got a new piece of content, like I've got a new video, and I'm going to push that out to people on Facebook. If I want to get a lot of social proof on that video, I will first advertise it to my warm audiences. So I may advertise it to people that already like my Facebook page or my email list or my website visitors, something like that. Just spend a little bit of money on it using the post engagement objective, and then Facebook will serve that ad to people that are going to like it, they're going to comment on it, they're going to share it, build up that social proof so that I can then use that post, advertise it to colder audiences that don't know anything about me, and they'll see all this social proof, and results are normally improved as a result, because they'll see that, oh, okay, this company obviously, or this guy obviously knows what he's talking about, he's got 300 likes, couple dozen shares and 50 comments, something like that. So I use that a lot. If you want to build social proof on a post and get things going, then use the post engagement. If you're using any sort of ad where you want people to comment below for something, then post engagement again is the objective that you want to use, because you want as many comments as possible. Page likes, fairly self-explanatory. This campaign objective is designed to get you as many page likes as possible. Now, in general, I'm not such a fan of creating campaigns that are designed to generate page likes. It was brilliant 4 or 5 years ago when you would get someone to like your page, and then you could post on your Facebook page and people would see your post all the time. Now, organic reach is very, very small. I've got over 80,000 likes on my Facebook page, and maybe 300 to 400 of those people will see my post organically whenever I put up a blog post or a video or anything like that. So for that, if you're hoping to generate page likes so that you can market to them on an ongoing basis, I would say don't. There are a couple of advantages though in running page likes. If you've got a brand new page, I'd recommend running a page like campaign for a while, getting a couple hundred page likes just for appearance's sake. So when people do come and check you out, they can see you've got a couple hundred likes. It looks like you're a bit more established, not like you're brand new, and that's going to help you obviously get more clients and more sales. The other thing is I will run page like campaigns if I'm trying to grow a Facebook group. So, for example, I've got a Facebook advertising group called my Facebook Ads Mastermind group, and if people like my page, I can then invite them to join the group. So it can be a good way to get members in a group if you've got a group on Facebook. Run a page like campaigns first, get them to like your page, and then invite those people to join your group. Can work quite well. So moving on to event responses. Again, this is fairly self-explanatory. If you are running an event on Facebook, or running an event and you've got it up on Facebook, and you want as many people to say they're going, to join, etc., then go ahead and use that objective. I tend to find the companies I work with aren't event-based, so I rarely use this campaign objective, but that may suit your business, in which case you might want to use it. Messages. Now, this is a very interesting one. More and more companies that are advertising on Facebook are looking to start a conversation with their prospects. It can be a great way to overcome objections, to answer any questions they may have. This is particularly important with companies that sell something that's quite expensive. So if you sell quite expensive products, your customers are going to have questions that they need answered before they're ready to buy. Also, a lot of companies that offer services, for example, may want to go with this option. That's what we use it for a lot, because you can start a conversation that way. You can answer their questions. You can tell them what it is that you offer. Where people need more touch points before they're ready to buy, this campaign objective works very well. If you're looking to sell, £20, £30 products, then you're probably better off using some of the other objectives. But for those sorts of businesses, works very well. Okay, and then moving on to conversion. So the conversion objective is the one that we use the most, is the one that most Facebook advertisers use the most, and that's what you want to use if you're looking to directly generate leads on your website or directly generate purchases. You will need the Facebook Pixel to be installed to use this properly. In fact, I would recommend that you have the Facebook Pixel installed no matter what sort of campaign that you're running. But obviously, they're less important with things like lead generation ads and message campaigns, because people stay on Facebook with those. But you need the Facebook Pixel installed properly. You need to allow Facebook to optimize for leads or purchases, add to carts, whatever it is that you want. But once you've got that set up, if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and use this campaign objective. Your CPMs, as I mentioned earlier, might be a lot more expensive than using traffic or reach or something like that, but your overall cost per conversion can be much lower. So we use this campaign objective all the time. As I said, if we're looking to generate leads on someone's website, if we're working with an e-commerce company and we're looking to generate purchases, we'll use conversions. The other example is if we're looking to build an email list. So let's say we're driving traffic to a landing page where people need to opt in for something like our free 5-part Facebook ad template, then we would use the conversions objective to get people there. A lot of Facebook advertisers use the traffic objective because they think I want as many people as possible to go to that page, when they should be using the conversions objective. With the conversions objective, Facebook is going to work out who is most likely to actually convert and put your ads in front of them. Very, very useful. Catalog sales, really important one for e-commerce businesses. So if you use any of the major e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, all this sort of stuff, they all have sort of direct integrations with Facebook that allows you to import a catalog. I mean, you can create a catalog manually, but you can also just import a catalog. Now, what catalog sales objective allows you to do is create a dynamic retargeting campaign, which they're incredibly effective. We often see 10x plus ROIs running dynamic retargeting campaigns using catalog sales. Basically, the way it works is, let's say, for example, someone has taken a look at a specific product on your website. Well, instead of just retargeting that person and just advertising to them with a range of your products or a particular product, you can specifically retarget them with the product they had a look at. So you've probably seen this in action. You've probably been to a website, looked at a pair of shoes, and then wherever you go online, that specific pair of shoes will be advertised to you. That's what you use catalog sales campaigns for, is to do exactly that. So you've got a catalogue of products. If someone's checked out the red shoes on your website, you can then go ahead and make sure that the red shoes ad is put in front of them. And you don't have to set this up manually. You don't have to create lots of different retargeting campaigns, lots of different retargeting ads for different products. Instead, you just make sure your catalog is uploaded properly and working properly. You create the dynamic retargeting campaign, and Facebook will do that for you automatically. Really, really effective, saves a lot of time. If you're an e-commerce business, definitely have a catalog sales campaign going. And then finally, the store visits objective. So this normally applies to businesses that have multiple different locations, and you want to be able to dynamically advertise the right one to the right people. So, let's say you've got 10 different locations, and obviously if you're going to be advertising to your customers, the ad wants to be for the nearest store to them at that time. That's what store visits allows you to do. So if you've got multiple locations, you don't want to be advertising one store that's 100 miles away. If they're away for the weekend and they're in a certain location, you can advertise the one that's most local to them. It's easier to set it up through store visits than it is to do on a different campaign for each location that does sort of a radius targeting. That's the one you want to use. So multiple locations, you're looking to drive people obviously to come into your store. That's the campaign objective that you want to use. Again, we don't work with too many companies that meet those criteria. We tend to work with service providers and e-commerce companies. So we don't use this a lot, but I know people who have used that quite well. Okay, so that's the campaign objectives run through. Make sure you come through this, work out which one best describes what you're after, and make sure it's the primary objective that you want. So for example, you may want purchases, but you might also want lots of comments on a post, but you probably want purchases more. So in that case, make sure you go with conversions as opposed to post engagement. And if you want, let's say, someone to opt in for a lead magnet and join your email list, go with the conversions objective, not the traffic objective. As I said, we probably use this objective 70-80% of the time, something like that. But there are times absolutely when you want to use other ones, particularly like brand awareness. If you're advertising a blog post, use traffic. A video, you may want to use video views, lead generation, etc., etc. So hopefully you found that video useful. Before you go, just want to quickly tell you about my 5-part Facebook ad template, which is something you can download right now for free. All you need to do is click on the link in the video description above. That'll take you through to a page on my website, and you'll be able to download it there. So this template basically includes a number of different ads I've created for a number of different clients in different industries. I've sort of broken each ad down and explained what I've included in each and why. So if you're looking to get better performance from your Facebook ad campaigns, the Facebook ad is obviously a really important part of that. You can model from these ads, work out what you might want to use, where you should find it really, really useful. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. And if you've got any other video ideas you'd like me to create, then again, comments below would be great. Please give it a thumbs up. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.